The following podcast contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion advised.
And although we joke, if you or someone you know is affected by or a victim of domestic violence, dial 1-800-799-7233 or visit the National Domestic Violence Hotline's website, thehotline.org.
But it's always the husband, it's always the husband, it's always the husband. How can you be?
Hi, this is Sarah.
And this is Megan.
You're listening to It's Always the Husband podcast.
Welcome.
Thanks for listening. It's a little late today if I even get it out.
It's always
Today.
a little late.
Yeah, you were busy this weekend and I just collapsed from exhaustion. My work takes out more from me than I can give at my elderly age.
If we could get our shit together and record on the weekend, that would be ideal. But it just never happens. Sundays.
No, because that's our staring days.
Yeah, that's our wall staring day, and we can't.
No, and then Monday we
can't
tired,
cut that out of our routine. Yeah,
and I come home and stare.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Yesterday we maybe could have got. I just was too. The whole day kicked my ass so hard.
Yeah, I
couldn't function, and you were very busy, so
in a hangover state.
Yeah,
but not really. I didn't even have a hangover, but it just felt like the excitement of the weekend was just still whew, I was exhausted. This isn't making any sense. So let's talk about what we usually talk about. Do we have any Patreons?
No.
Oh, shit.
Pass.
Hard pass on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you listen to this and you'd like to support us, you can always go to patreon.com and find us and make a small donation.
Just Google.
It's very easy. And then we send you stickers.
We do.
Even if you live out of the United States.
I can get them out of the United States.
Yes. Some people email us and ask. Secondly, we like to talk about, because we've just already drolled on and on about our shitty lives. We like to find one thing that makes us happy, and we call that our glitter in the shitter. What is one thing that got you through this week, Sarah?
I got through by the skin of my bush. That's the truth.
Did you shave it?
I don't have any because I lasered off.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have one, but then I thought today when I was mowing for the 90th time in a row, because all I do is cut grass.
I'm sexy.
I die. I was born cutting grass, and I'll die cutting grass.
I cannot.
And on my tombstone, it will say she cut grass. And it will be a lawnmower etched into the shitty ass tombstone.
But a push mower.
It'll be a push mower. And then we got a new push mower. We had, getting this new mower has been it's taken 50 years off my life. Jamie and I almost killed each other. And now the first mower we got was so shitty that even Jamie agreed with me when I said it was shitty. Usually if I say something, he has to say the opposite is true. Just because of his defiant nature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I say anything like the sky is blue, he will say I'm a dumb bitch.
No, it's
and
not.
It's absolutely not.
Yeah.
So when he agreed that this mower was shitty, we returned it and got another mower. The first mower I originally found.
Where are you buying these mowers?
Well, this one we bought online. But he wanted to go in person and see it. No, they're new.
Oh.
But I found one online that had everything that we needed for da 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 da. But then what
do you need?
Well, I needed a certain mower thing because our grass is so thick and long, so it needs a certain power mower. It needs a certain power. I want it self-propelled,
right?
And it has to whatever. I be mulching and have a side discharge because that's easier for our thick yard. It had everything we needed. It had it could go to 4 miles per hour. So when you push it, it will go fast. Yeah. Except I don't know. It weighs 200,000 pounds, so it's like pushing a tank.
So anyway,
to get to my, I am was sweating like a huge bitch because, again, all I do is cut grass. So today I took a shower and washed my hair, but I have bangs now and I can't let it just air dry because they stick straight out. So I washed but my hair takes 19, even though I'll fill out, it takes 100,000 years to dry.
Weird.
Yes. So I bought this stuff, but it is expensive for me because it's like 3.5 ounces and it was like $28.
Oh my God.
And for me, that is like having gold in a can.
That is.
But it is Kenra, which is a good brand. And it's a platinum, Kenra Platinum. I'm sure it's all like in Simpsons Duff beer, like raspberry Duff, Duff Light, and regular Duff all come from the same tube. You know, it's like all the same thing. I'm sure Kenra Platinum is the same as Kenra regular. Whatever, it's Kenra Platinum blow dry spray. Yeah. I swear to Christ, you put this on your hair and it's dry in less than 2 minutes with a blow dryer. I don't know what it is, and it smells really good. It makes your hair super soft. It dries your hair so fast that your hair is dry like within 2 minutes.
How?
I don't know what it is. It has to be something made from the devil, but your hair is instantly dry. And then it's all like it's style, like whatever. I don't know what it is, but that's probably why it's worth like the price of gold for like an ounce.
I just looked it up. It's $42
that's for like 7 ounces.
Oh, that's for 6.8.
Yeah.
3.4 ounces
is like $28.
Right.
And so that hurt me, but I thought, I don't know. It was worth, I used every drop. I'm out now, so I have to debate buying it again. But I mean, when you're in a hurry to dry your hair, then it's like styling cream too.
Thermal protection. Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's magic.
I use the Kenra,
but this platinum one,
not the blow dry spray, but
there's another blow dry spray, but it's not the platinum. So I don't know. Maybe it's the same.
Kenra Platinum, like the cream.
Oh, but I don't know. This spray, it is freakish.
I can't.
And you don't need a lot. You just go, tss, 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 and then your hair is dry.
I can't believe how it would work.
I don't know, but it does.
Okay.
It's magic. I should have waited and shown you. Because
do you think it will work for mine? Because mine is so thick and
I don't know. You could. I mean, I'll try. I'll buy it again for sure. I'll let you try it.
It does say that
it is for medium and thick hair. The platinum one.
And it says it drastically reduces.
I mean, it's drastic.
Dry time. I mean, that's what it.
Yeah,
says.
It's unreal.
It also cut the blow. This is the review. It also cut the blow drying time way down.
Yeah, you just go and like in my bangs, I just go like
amazing.
It does. Like it takes maybe 15 seconds for my bang, like the whole front. And if I just do that, at least then I know my bangs aren't sticking straight up. And so 15 seconds, I have everything done.
Kenra Platinum. What's the difference between Kenra Professional and Kenra Platinum?
I don't know. I feel like it all comes out of the same tube.
It says Kenra Platinum is a luxury hair care line. Well, yeah. All styling products are formulated with thermal protection. So that's everything in the Platinum line has that. But yeah, I just have the kind that you like.
I don't know. Yeah, this spray. And it does smell really good. And then your hair is really soft. So it's like not even like frizzy.
Wow.
I just don't get it. But
I don't get the magic of how it works, but
it does. It's shockingly works.
All right,
something that works.
Great. And
I mean, it's a tiny baby bottle that you're spending a lot on. Yeah. So it hurt my heart to do that. But I drained the shit out of that and used every... And it lasted well because you only need a couple sprays.
You're gonna get
I'm gonna buy it again.
Okay.
Yeah. It works too well to like, you just cuts down all that time because normally it's like forever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, blow drying my hair takes at least a half an hour.
And that's just, And then I don't want to go to bed. And then you end up looking like David Lee Roth. Or who did you... you're David Lee Roth or you're Bon Jovi?
I mean, Bon Jovi or... I mean, could be anyone, any hair band from the 80s or 90s. Okay. Well, good. Kenra spray.
The platinum blow dry spray.
Blow dry spray. Love it.
Again, you have to give up like your firstborn and a gallon of your blood. Mm-hmm. But it's worth it.
All right.
It's worth it, Rachel. It's worth it.
Sorry, Raquel.
Sorry.
You are being sold for shorter blow dry time. We did love you. Your wedding was fun.
Yeah.
Mine was Farm Aid.
That's what I thought it would be.
I mean,
yeah.
I know that's not
Farm Aid.
I know it's not a fun one that people can buy because it's over and it's not going to make anyone else's life better. But yeah, you could donate.
They have auction items. Did you see their auction items?
No.
Oh, like Willie Nelson and all of them, Lucas Nelson and Samuel Ray and Neil Young, and all of them signed guitars that you can bid on. They signed their little dressing room signs that you can bid on, and some are like $300. Like if you want Willie Nelson's signature, like but it's for 9 days, so it might gain.
Yeah.
But I mean, they all signed things, and then all those proceeds obviously go to Farm Aid. But there's cute. They all did souvenirs.
That's
Winona
great.
and
okay. First of all, if you're not personally friends with me on Facebook, I didn't post anything to our group, but maybe I should, but I took Facebook off my phone, so that's why I didn't. But my sister, my youngest sister, who I've talked about 1,000 times, if this is your first time listening, this is a true crime podcast, but we talk about a lot of
and
shit.
if you can't handle it, fuck off, I guess. Stop and find something else.
Yes.
You don't have to tell us. I don't
right
care.
now, we're going to talk about my baby sister, Hannah Bernhardt, who is the farmer at Medicine Creek Farm. She owns a farm, and she is the farmer, not her husband. And she was lucky enough and smart enough and really pretty enough to be interviewed for Farm Aid, invited to a panel discussion. And my family had kind of special tickets to the media event beforehand. So literally we got there, we got our credentials, we got in, we went up front to the stage and sat down and waited for the press event to begin, and all the chairs were sitting up there, and it literally said Margot Price. Well, it just said Margot, then it said Dave, then it said Hannah, then it said Neil. So my sister was right between Dave Matthews and Neil Young. And so
she was the prettiest one out of
100%. And that's modest, but Kelsey, also from Heirloomista that I talked about before, who has the best spices and these really pretty wax candles, beeswax candles, soy candles. I don't know what they are. Anyway, they're very organic. She was up on the stage too, so it was fun for Hannah and her friend to get to do that. But anyway, so she was interviewed. They did a kind of like clip video of her farm and her thoughts, and Rory actually made it because he was visiting the farm.
Not us though, but whatever.
Well, because when we went, we were incoherent and could barely walk.
So that would have been entertaining for the crowd to watch.
I'd be like, Hannah needs some different
look at she's
help.
Struggling with her help. Her help is a bunch of idiots.
This is why they need Farm Aid, because she can't afford to hire help.
No, her help is her sister and her sister's friends who are all ham-boned. Falling into the weeds.
Cannot get the fence to stay upright. Anyway, it was fun. So that happened. And then we were there for the whole event. We were down on the floor for like Jesse Wells. If you watch him on TikTok, he's super fun. He's really good. He's like the new Bob Dylan. And then we had special event place where we could like go and have fancy bathrooms in our own kind of bar. Yeah. So it was for the families. But during that press event, literally Jesse Wells was sitting in front of us. Trampled by Turtles was in front of us. Who else was there? They asked if
I liked that they were all watching the press event.
Yes, and they were like all in the front row.
Did any of them smell bad? That's what I asked.
I think Lucas Nelson was in the front. Okay.
He was really good.
So let me tell you, he's hot.
I know, and you wouldn't know it with his gene pool.
Hot.
Was he tall or was he look short?
No, I think is
he
taller.
Regular? Okay.
Well, Willie is very short.
Yeah.
He's taller.
He was great.
Wow. So good. Trampled by Turtles. Well, Dave Matthews obviously was my favorite, but Trampled by Turtles was so good. They
sound just like
almost
their
my
records.
favorite.
Yeah. Sound good live.
The day. They were so fun. And their families were all sitting right in front of us. So that was fun during their concert. And then, we just hung out.
And where are they from? Duluth?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're so
Duluth.
good. They're like, if you haven't heard them, they're like Mumford and Sons or the Lumineers, kind of. They're really good.
Did you feel my pain though when there was a little bit of a jam band situation?
Yeah, except here was the perfect part of the jam band because
I mean, not with them. But
they had only a short set. Like you could only play
but
3 or 4 songs.
Billy Strings did some of his jam band stuff.
He did do.
Now picture that though times like 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard when there's no. Singing
and that's Jamie's favorite part of jam bands, and then I go and every song is 22 minutes.
Luckily
I need him to move on to another song.
I know,
but they're also talented, you know.
My brother-in-law Cam too just watches people play the guitar and he's like, oh my god, and I don't understand it.
Jamie kept going off and off and off about whatever it's Billy Strings. Like, he's, I think, the best guitar player I've watched. I mean, just like it was a tism. He kept, because we were watching it live. He was just talking nonstop. Look at this guy. What about, like so excited. I'm like,
He was good.
Well, obviously very talented.
Even Willie Nelson can still fucking play the guitar really, really well. And he's 1,000. Fingers are gnarled. I cried through the whole Willie Nelson set. It was so good when he and Lucas Nelson sang just the Pearl Jam song, Just Breathe. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Oh my god, Cassie and I were the whole place was bawling. It was like, oh, Willie, he's not long for the earth.
I don't know. Every time I see him I think that, and he still kicks it for a while.
But
he looked frail.
Yeah,
in person.
He had nurses that had to walk him out for the press event.
They weren't just his lady friends.
No, but he did some really sweet
to be able to perform. We couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, and he was so happy, and he was having so much fun. It was just.
I mean, he was touring just not long ago. Was it? I don't know how people do that in their 100.
No,
because it has to be exhausting.
Yeah,
and you have to remember everything, and
aren't great.
You just sing.
Yeah.
You need,
and you could tell every time he was gonna sing, he would have to take a really big breath, and it was hard for him. But he is 93,
smoker,
and he smoked a lot of dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean 93. That's
good for him.
No kidding.
So that's it was so
that's amazing
fun.
Opportunity.
Everyone there
and your sister, good for her,
was just like fun and nice to each other. There was no weirdness or meanness. It was just a happy day.
Well, good. I think that's needed.
So
needed.
Now let's talk about meta.
Oof.
Oh, I forgot Facebook funny fuckers.
I did have one because it spoke to me.
What was it?
It was Tess Mertens Johnson.
I think we would have picked the same one.
It said, "You're not an influencer. You're just a whore." And I said, "You know what? That's all this wrapped up into one sentence."
And it was a can koozie.
It was a can koozie, and I thought, you know what? That's mine too. That said it all right there.
Tess, we have to get we need to make them for our book club or something because they're so funny. I died.
I mean, it is. You're not an influencer, you're just a whore. And I thought, you darn right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't influence anything, and I am just a whore. Just a dumb whore. And a shitty whore.
I'm pretty bad at it.
A bad whore.
Actually, no one ever buys me. I'm that bad.
No, like the guy said in here, a bad whore. Didn't he call her a bad whore?
Yeah, he did call her a bad whore.
Yeah, so low quality whore.
Yeah.
So should we begin?
Let us begin.
I thought I wanted to watch because the Behind Mansion Malls was so funny last time. I was just watching it to watch it. And then I found one right away where the husband, Actually, both of these sessions in
they
this
were
episode,
both,
but we had done the second one.
Yes, I saw that too.
So it's behind mansion walls again with fucking Christopher. Did you see he was wearing was it the hot pink shirt with no, it was pink pants.
No, he had neon green pants on.
Lime green neon pants with
Yes.
a hot pink shirt.
Yes.
I didn't mind it.
Sarah.
Christopher. But it wouldn't be a show without Christopher. So it's season 2, episode 12. It's called The Price of Love.
Yes.
And there's no love in any of this at all. But we're going to North Carolina, where my parents did live for a short time. They moved in to Fort Bragg like a month after, what's his name, McNamara or whatever. It was like a sergeant who was there, killed his whole family. Family annihilated his family. And they moved right as...
Your mom and dad did?
Yeah, they lived in the base where he had just killed his family.
Was this
like they moved
before
like a month
or after your dad was in jail?
After they were married. And he got drafted 3 months after they got married. So they lived down there. But yeah, they just had on base, he killed his family. So that's kind of a famous story.
How come I don't know about it?
Yeah, I forget what his name is. It's like,
unless it's the John List.
No, yeah.
Weirdo.
But he killed. Yeah, it's just sad because we don't cover it just because it's 2 little girls.
Kids.
He did too.
Oh no!
And the wife was pregnant.
Oh no!
And it was brutal, horrible.
Jesus!
Like really bad.
Did he off himself?
No. Oh no,
himself?
he's in jail still.
Oh,
and then he was going to get out. I think he's still in jail. I don't know. But it was 1970.
Sheesh.
Anyway, so we're in North Carolina, this shit show of lovely areas and family annihilators. But it's a very lovely state, like with the mountains, except for their family annihilators.
Yeah.
So it's July 1994. So figure it's hot. So remember, it's probably really ass hot. Because I'm sure that Carolinas get pretty hot and sticky.
And you know what the heat does to us. So we can only imagine. No. I wonder if you can go to court and like plead heat insanity.
I think you have to be able to in the South because it gets so hot.
Yeah.
In Charlotte, is this where they have a racetrack? I think they do. A NASCAR. You wouldn't know.
I don't know anything about NASCAR. I don't know.
Anyway, Charlotte seems lovely. I don't know.
Sure.
By the pictures they showed, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it might not even been Charlotte. So
probably not with the funds that this.
No, there's no funds.
No.
We get word that an attorney is calling the police, and the attorney is telling the police over the 911 that there is a possible dead body. The attorney is either not seeing the dead body or not there, or they're just calling for someone else because you're dead or you're not dead. I think you're not possibly dead. There's a possible dead body.
You're mostly dead.
Possibly dead body at the Hayes home. So the Hayeses, which was John, a multi-millionaire businessman, and Fran. Fran was his wife. They live in this mansion home in this lovely, lovely, lovely neighborhood of all sorts of other mansion homes. And so the show shows the real John Hayes quick, and then the actor who plays John Hayes. And they were similar a little bit, I thought.
The real John Hayes looked more toupee-ish.
Yes. The actor John Hayes, though, it did look like he had a wig on that was a Blanche Devereaux style with Dorothy Spornak coloring.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes. It was salt and peppery.
Yeah.
And then the style of his hair, if it maybe was his real hair, it was a Blanche Devereaux do.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was styled as a woman's short haircut.
Yeah.
And he had...
I was disappointed because I was hoping for a wig, but...
Yeah, I think it was just a very bouffant-like woman's hairstyle with the salt and pepper Dorothy Spornak look. But he kind of looked like a wise old grandpa that would be at like a soap opera grandpa. Yeah. That's a doctor.
Yeah.
Like on Days of Our Lives. Yeah. Who was Alice married to?
Yeah. Dr. Horton.
Yeah, Dr. Horton. He looked like Dr. Horton, but he had serial killer glasses.
Yeah, he did.
So the police go to the house and knock on the door, and Mr. Hayes, who looks like Dr. Horton, answers. Hey, hello, hey, or do they go Hattie in the South? I don't know. So then he says, hi, I'm Mr. Hayes, and the police are like, yeah, and then he says, the homicide is in the garage. He says the homicide to the cops. The homicide is in the garage.
So they're like, oh, we thought there was just a possible dead body.
Yeah, like maybe someone could have passed.
Now you're telling us
that it was a murder. Okay, you're telling us it's a murder, and you're the only one here, but okay. And then he says the garage is a bloody mess. Yeah. So the cops are like, okay, sir.
Definitely a homicide.
So they show the real photo, and this is the horrific bloody mess. And John Hayes, it said he is a millionaire businessman. I'm not sure how.
He made
plastic bags. And it wasn't just his wife's tits. That's
what?
We'll say his first wife, because his second wife passed. But his first wife.
I don't get it.
What? His plastic bags are tits. Yeah, but he made real plastic bags. Not just tits. He wasn't a plastic surgeon.
No.
He made actual Target-like plastic bags. Not just tits on old ladies. But anyway, I don't know how he made the money, because this is the dumbest man ever born, I want to say. He's very, 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 very dumb.
I mean,
so dumb. So first of all, telling the police that the homicide is in the garage, and then showing them the scene that's a very bloody mess that has, first off, a gas can in the scene, a pair of men's shoes all in the blood that are his shoes, a bucket of cleaning material, a mop, blood smears that have clearly been cleaned with bloody rags, still in the scene,
and a plastic bag full of shit.
Yeah. And then he says, it's over there. It's my wife, and she's dead. So the body is still in the scene. And the police are thinking maybe she just passed innocently at first. And then they come in and see like an absolute crime scene that has everything left that you don't want to leave in a crime scene still there. They go to the body, and the body is covered in days of newspapers, like Monday's on the bottom, Monday's a layer, then Tuesday's a layer, then Wednesday's a layer. And then the body is also burned. And all of this is in the garage.
This is the most bizarre thing. There was like a burned, charred leg coming out of it. And then it was just covered with newspaper.
Yes.
The body. So all you could see was one like black charred leg sticking out.
Yes.
But they don't tell you in this show that she was burned yet.
No.
They're just like, here's the dead body covered in newspapers. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with your leg?
Yeah, like this whole scene is insane.
Yeah.
And then they go back in time. So they tell you that they live in this neighborhood called Montebello. John makes the plastic bags. He makes money. And then he marries this beautiful Fran. And then Christopher says they lived in a beautiful home with a beautiful marble foyer. It was hideously ugly.
They showed pictures of it.
It was so ugly. And then they had this
was no South Fork.
No. And then they say this huge staircase that goes upstairs. The staircase was steeper than shit. If you were a drunk hammed on hams and tried to go up or down that staircase, you are breaking your neck. It was like a ladder. What's with this staircase for these old people being so obscenely vertical? It's like you're climbing Mount Everest to get to your shitter upstairs. Plastic bags doesn't get you a lot of good shit. And then the marble was absolute poop. It was like the color of poop.
It was bad. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like that was.
It might have been the style at the time.
Yeah.
But then the cop only talked about how cool the bar was. And I thought, you know what? he did have a big bar in his home, like a actual sized bar.
Yeah.
Like with tables in a huge Western bar.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they had good counter seats. Like the cop was impressed.
All right.
So they also the plastic bag, actual plastic bag business, not just tits, gave them many expensive cars, like a literal Rolls Royce in the garage. They had multiple homes, I guess, traveled around, had jewelry, nice rich people clothing. The life seemed great.
Right.
Now, they show the Hayes, Fran, and John hosting a party, or, well, not a party. They have a couple over, and they walk the couple to the door and say, have a good night, Kay and Dick, whatever, and send them away.
And they're like, bye.
Yeah,
and hug each other. She puts her hand on his chest, and they wave.
Kay is wearing the ugliest dress you've ever seen.
Oh, very
Like, they
ugly.
found it in some sort of dumpster.
And it was like, maybe
it's like what Miss
flapper.
Hannigan would wear.
Yeah, it was like a flapper costume.
Well, and Fran had
dropped waist.
Well, Fran's had that lavender dance dress flapper costume.
Yeah,
like Miss Hannigan would wear.
Yeah.
They're ugly, shitty dresses that they made these poor actress women wear. And then they close the door. And then Christopher says, on the surface, they were the perfect couple. Behind closed doors, they were miserable. Well, isn't everyone?
Yeah, right.
So the party ends, and Fran turns to John and says, "You fucking asshole," or whatever.
Yeah.
You fucking dickweed. What was that, you bitch? And John is like, what are you talking about, Fran? And they fight, and then Christopher says John likes to drink. Again, who doesn't?
Right.
But John gets hammed on hams too much. Fran doesn't like it. And that they get into like slap bitch fights, and they slap the shit out of each other.
Yes.
And so the prosecutor also was in this episode, and his name wasn't like Dick Wang or whatever it was last week.
Right.
Or Pointy Dick, whatever his name was. It was a normal name. The prosecutor says Fran often would scream at John, especially when he was hammed on hams, "I wish you were dead, you fucker.
Right.
Die, you fucker." Things like that.
And
now,
push him around.
We hear that they had an adopted son, but what comes down the stairs is an actor that's a good 37. And he's wearing like...
He's supposed
shitty
to be
headphones.
Yeah, he's supposed to be really brooding, like
a teenage boy, but he's a grown
wearing, like, a Metallica
man in his
shirt.
middle age. No, did you see the?
But it was fake.
Yes, it was a band shirt. I didn't see what, but did you see the naked woman on it with the huge tits?
And I thought the painting also hanging in the stairway was like boobs in a heart.
I swear to God, his plastic bags was tits. It wasn't in plastic bags. It was plastic sacks on your chest. Because there were tits everywhere in this episode. Yeah. That man who came down that's supposed to be the young adopted son was wearing a shirt with tits on it. And then, tits in the background. There were tits everywhere. In this episode, tits. So anyway, this is the adopted son who would get very upset when his parents were fighting, as you would if a child would. And apparently,
maybe
Fran,
not a 37-year-old child
wearing a tits shirt. But Fran was very close to the son, and she stayed in this marriage, I guess. One, because she was living a very lovely, wealthy lifestyle, and two, she didn't want the son to have divorced parents.
Right.
It's probably maybe better than having parents who slap the shit out of each other and call each other dirty fuckers.
Yep,
but anyway, John, though, is very upset. He hires a PI named Ron to spy on Fran. John learns that Fran is having many affairs and actually at the time has 2 boyfriends that she is porking.
Yes.
So Fran also liked to go out and party, go out dancing, go out that, and John did not.
They just said she just liked to dance.
She just liked to dance. So she would go out and dance.
God damn it, just let her dance.
But she would also sometimes, I guess, pork other men while dancing.
Yeah.
And John didn't care for that.
No.
So John then also, I guess, got lung cancer. And as it is told, Fran comes to visit John in the hospital.
She does.
Fran comes and says, "Oh, John, you sick? You dirty fucker." And then she brings him a dead plant. Says, "I hope you feel better soon, you bitch."
And no one says it. The nurses are just like, "Oh."
And John just looks at her like,
like he's dying.
Yeah. And then it says again,
cancer.
Like Fran just says, "I hope you die," or something.
Yep.
And leaves him this dead plant at the hospital and laughs and probably farts and leaves the room.
And the nurses say, "Can we put this in water for you?"
Yes. "Do you think it needs some magnesium or some fertilizer?"
Some milk.
So John is saying to his friends and to everybody else, "I can't take it no more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take it no more. She's mean to me. She calls me a dirty bitch with a low-hanging sack." And we fight. We fight all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So then they show another fight, and John says to Fran, and I think this is a clever line. He says, "You're either on your back or on your knees, you bitch." And I thought, that's good.
That was good writing.
Yeah, that was
By
good. I
behind
liked it.
mansion walls.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And so John's telling everybody he wants a divorce because she's super mean to him and she's cheating all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we get back to July 12th, 1994, where it is hot and steamy and there has been this deceased body in an enclosed garage for quite some time.
Yep.
So John, as the police arrive, because the police were called that there was a possible dead body at the Hayes home, John offers no resistance. The police all come in. They go to the garage. They see this incredibly bloody crime scene with all the cleaning materials, the shoes, the gas can, the burned body, and the body covered with days and days and layers of newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is also blood spatter all over the wall, all over the garage, and they're looking at John now like, this seems to be a different situation than you led us to believe. But John also did say the homicide is in the garage.
Right.
So they say, "Can we talk to you about this?" And John says, "I will not talk to you until my lawyer comes." So his lawyer finally comes. And John says...
And John didn't call the cops, right? It was his lawyer that actually
called
did it.
The cops.
So he was like, "I'm just going to wait for him to get here." Yeah.
So his story, once the lawyer comes, John tells the police, Fran has returned from shopping. So her car is in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
John says, Fran all of a sudden just screamed, or no, he says to her, as she comes right in the garage from shopping, "I want a divorce."
He's had it.
And so they start fighting, literally fighting, in this dirty, filthy, cluttered shit show garage that they're showing. Fran gets pissed. How dare you want a divorce? Because she doesn't want a divorce because of the boy and of the...
She wants his money.
Yeah, that she's living the high life.
Yeah. She can have her affairs and still be rich.
Have all this money from the bags, the plastic bag life. Fran says, "I hate you and I'm going to kill you." This is what she yells to him. And she grabs a hammer that's hanging on the wall and she throws the hammer right at his tits. It hits him right in the tit. And he goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
"Oh." And he grabs his tits. And then Fran takes a baseball bat.
I mean, the things that they have in this
laying around
hammer, right? I guess it's kind of like my garage, probably.
Yeah, it's just shit everywhere. She takes a baseball bat and she hits him right in the honker, or whatever. Hits him
right
on
in the
head,
face,
right in the face. Whacks him in the face. And as she's whacking him in the face, he takes the bat from her. Trying to calm down, Fran.
Yeah,
no need to throw a hammer at my tits and hit a bat in my face.
Right.
Just take a moment to take a breath.
Uh-huh.
So he grabs the bat though, but he just gets worked up. He doesn't know how it happens. He just is getting worked up because she's kicking his nards and hitting his tits. And he just hits the shit out of her head with the bat 70, 80, 100 times. Yep. And now he's so tired from beating the shit out of her head with the bat and just the stress of this fat fight and getting hit in the tits with the hammer that he just passes out for several hours.
Blackout.
And falls right down on the garage. And so they show pictures of the real John, and he has like cuts on his face and like on his hands and knees, but it almost looks like rug burn.
Was that supposed to be the way that he looked when they found him? So they didn't bother putting any makeup on the actor.
No, the actor had no makeup because the real John had like healed.
He had black eyes though.
Yeah, he had like two red marks on his cheeks and on his forehead, and then like it looked like a skinned knee and a skinned hand.
Yeah, they were showing like a skin. Yeah,
but it looked like it kind of it looked like burn marks almost because it probably was burn marks. Anyway, so then the cops are like, they notice Fran. It matches. She's died of blunt force trauma to her head, and she has died like right where she lays on the floor. They're not quite sure about John. You know, he's dazed and confused. He's passed out on the garage floor. Hours later, he wakes up and he says the absolute first thing he did was call his attorney. And then the attorney apparently called the police. So this is supposed to be just happened.
Yeah, this happened.
Just happened. So we have a police officer named Gary McFadden.
Oh, Gary.
Gary, though, is standing in the scene, and Gary says, "What the fuck? And no. Everything you've told me is absolute horse shit. Absolute horse shit. Looking around at the scene you've left me, I would have to be blinded not to see that you are lying to me, you dumb asshole." So, first off, also, the Rolls-Royce car trunk is open. And there are plastic bags taped to the trunk all over with duct tape.
Yeah.
And that is just left there open. Then there are groceries still in the bags, in the car and on the floor, as if Fran was just taking groceries out of the car and interrupted. They're still left there.
Yeah.
These groceries. The cleaning supplies.
Because it was supposed to be today, right? Like it just happened.
Yep. Yeah. Today, there's cleaning supplies, the bucket. There are scratches on the side of the car. There is a wheelbarrow there where it looks like he was actually trying to lift her into the trunk. The body is covered in days of newspapers, a Monday, then a Tuesday, whatever. And also the body is clearly rotting. It is decomposing. So this is
burned.
And burned. Like he's forgetting that it has been set on fire.
This is the part I don't get.
So like, Gary McFadden is like, come on. The body is rotting. This is an old crime scene. You clearly have tried several ways to move the body, but you're too much of a pussy to carry the body into the trunk.
Right.
The gas can and the burned body let me think that you tried to set the body on fire, and that was not successful. And they think because, again, he's in an enclosed space, there wasn't enough oxygen. What was he going to do? Burn the whole house down?
I know.
What are you doing? So the body had been dead in there for days. So he's like, try again with your story. And by the way, we're going to search your house.
Right.
So the attorney says, you can search anything you want except that bag over there.
It doesn't make sense.
And so the cops are like, oh, well, clearly I'm going to search that bag over there first. And so he takes this white plastic bag, dumps it out, and it's like $50,000 in cash, Rolex watches, a bunch of jewelry. I mean, just like an obvious getaway
They're like
thing.
Stacks of, I thought it was stacks of like 10,000, right?
Yes.
So
5 of them.
Like, yes. Stack of 10,000, stack of 10,000. And then like bracelets, watches.
Yes. Just all sorts of shit. So the police called John's bank and they're like, yeah, like yesterday he came and emptied out his safety deposit box. And that was like the day even after Fran died. And then he went to the supermarket and bought $100 worth of cleaning supplies. He then goes to the hardware store with a list in his hand that says rope, brick cleaner, acid, bleach, and trash bags. And so the staff are like, hey, dude, what are you, killing your wife? And
this
yes,
looks
he
like
was
a murder kit.
Yeah. So this is the dumbest dummy that ever dumbed.
Ever.
He is the dumbest dummy. So now the cops go to Fran's friends and they're like, that bitch is saying what? What was his story? Like, oh
That
my God.
Fran was beating him up and abusive to him?
They're like, no. First off, Fran works like at a child center for the less fortunate and goes there. And she was like loving and kind. John was the dick and had been physically and emotionally abusing him most of their marriage.
Yeah.
So they redo the scene of the party where the couple leaves, and it's not Fran yelling at John, it's John. The door closes and John starts screaming that she's nothing but a whore, and like a worthless whore, a dumb whore.
Bad whore.
But then there's a scene where I guess John takes out his dick and pisses on the kitchen floor.
They reenacted this.
They
and
did.
I have to say,
yeah,
well done behind mansion walls. Because this is something that you could have just told us.
you could have told us, but they decided
But
to
no.
act out this scene.
They reenacted.
They have John whip out his dick and piss all over the kitchen floor.
the marble floor.
That
which
beautiful
was just
marble parquet or whatever.
linoleum.
Marble, not parquet. Foyer.
Yeah.
So John's pissing on the floor while Fran is cowering in the corner.
She's looking on in horror going, what
like, why are you pissing all over our
doing?
floor?
Yeah.
John, meanwhile, is screaming, you're nothing but a bad whore.
Yeah.
And it's my house. I do what I want.
Yeah.
So then he grabs Fran, knocks her down to the ground, and makes her clean up the piss with her hair. And again, they're reenacting this moment.
The whole thing.
They reenact the entire thing. His hand on her head using her hair to clean up his piss.
Yeah.
As he's calling her a bad whore.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even.
It was weird.
It was very weird.
And
this is a horrible, horrible situation.
I mean, you know when they're reenacting it, that's not what it is. But like, yeah, when you're watching it, you're just like, oh.
What? And so I don't even understand
why she stayed.
Yeah. Because she had boyfriends that she could have gone to. I don't know. But she finally decides she's going to get a divorce. So she tells all her friends, she even gets an attorney. I'm getting a divorce. He makes me clean up his piss with my hair.
Yeah.
But John is furious. She wants a divorce because she would get half of all of his paper bag millions.
Of course.
John was even overheard at a bar he went to all the time, saying he would rather kill her than give her half of his money.
And we all know that, especially with domestic violence, as soon as you say the wife says, "I'm out," that's when all the murders
if you're a
happen.
crazy, your crazy snaps.
Yeah.
So the real story is Fran gets home from shopping. She's in the process of taking the bags out of the car. John comes in. They fight. She probably just says, I'm fucking done with this bitch. Mm-hmm. I have an attorney. I'm getting divorced. We're over. I can't even take you anymore.
Right.
He then loses it. And I guess she went in the house. He grabs her and pulls her out and throws her down and then starts hitting her with the bat.
Yes.
Because she had 8 huge cracks in her skull, a massive skull fracture, and then just bruises and cuts all over her body.
Yeah.
So it looks like she did try to fight back a bit, but what can you do when you just are not, like, if you get a bad head hit, you're so disoriented.
Yeah.
You can't even, I mean, just what an absolute asshole. So then, of course, he freaks out and he thinks the first thing he's going to do is just burn the body in the garage. And he pours gasoline all over her
just
and lights
right
and
there.
it doesn't.
In the garage.
This is the dumbest man ever. You don't think your neighbors are going to smell burning corpse? And then there's no oxygen in the garage. Whatever. He takes his Rolls Royce. He
so the
lines
fire goes out.
the trunk. But the dumb bitch is too weak, so he can't lift her body
They said he had a bad back.
into the trunk. So he tried. He tried to put her in a wheelbarrow and then try to dump the wheelbarrow into the trunk.
Oh.
And so it's just big wheelbarrow smashes into the Rolls Royce. But he leaves the trunk open. If a police see a garbage bag wrapped trunk, they're going to think you try to put a body in there. There's no other reason.
I mean, this guy was so lazy. He didn't even like take the groceries in and eat them for the 2 days.
No.
Yeah. He was like, I'm a lazy asshole.
So then he just, as the newspapers get delivered, just covers her with newspaper because that's going to get rid of the smell and the rot.
So he reads the newspaper on Monday and then puts it over the body.
Tuesday.
Reads it Tuesday, puts it over the body.
And then he thinks, maybe I'll try to clean up some of this blood that's everywhere. And they show him cleaning up, and it's just smearing blood everywhere because he's piss poor cleaner.
But he realizes, I don't know how to clean.
Yeah. He's doing a shitty job. Blood is everywhere. Then John, I guess, had an important meeting or was meeting someone important. So instead of calling anyone, the first call he actually made was to his tailor. His tailor comes over to the house with the corpse in the garage in very hot weather. So the corpse probably wasn't smelling great.
No.
And he has a tailor come and measure his inseam and his gunt and his tits and fit him for a suit while his wife is dead in the garage. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Like, how is someone that? How does this happen? How do you get to a point where that's your life? Where you've done that to someone else? That's insane. You're insane.
Yeah.
So then the tailor, I guess, goes with his wife still dead in the garage. And then I guess he gets to a point where, like, I can't clean that up at all. I'm going to have to do something. And then he calls his lawyer. And his lawyer probably is like, holy shit.
So this is where they probably
and then the lawyer maybe thought maybe he's just crazy, or maybe she died some other way and he's just being weird, and so maybe he just thought to call the police, like, it can't be what he's telling me, like maybe Fran just had a heart attack or something,
right?
And that because he said a possible dead body, he must have thought he's acting nuts. But no, I mean, they figure out right away what he did in 2 seconds when they walk in there. So November 1996, he's on trial. The death penalty is on the table, but he gets convicted of second-degree murder. So not
premeditated.
Yeah. Which maybe he's just snapped. I can see where they can. But John's defense story was that whole story previous, that she was abusing him. He couldn't take it anymore, and he killed her out of self-defense. So that was his entire story. The jury, like, didn't believe 2 seconds of it. So he got life in prison, but he actually got out after 10 years. So I don't know how that's life in prison.
No, he got out on parole, but then his cancer
I guess then he cacked it a few years later, and he died anyway. So how do you get life in prison, but then you're out in 10 years?
I don't know.
For beating someone to death with a bat.
Your wife also.
And letting her body sit there undignified in your garage.
And where was the son?
And where was the son? In his tits shirt. You didn't smell or ask for your mom or go to get a car in the garage or your bat? At any point?
Was the son really 37?
Maybe
and they were
he was.
Still staying together
I don't know.
For a 37-year-old son?
I don't know, because his son looked 37, but he had in a teenage outfit and teenage headphones with really a teenage boobs on his shirt.
Now that we're talking this through, I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
if she was in there for 2
maybe the
days,
son was at camp.
It was July.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know why he wouldn't go borrow the Rolls Royce to go pick up some poon.
What?
Why? Oh, no, your mom's corpse is underneath the car.
That is horrible. Where was he?
I don't know. That's a good question. I never even thought of it. He was still in his room listening to Metallica.
God. Probably.
I don't know. What a horrible story.
Well,
John is a dumb... Oh, so dumb.
Just a
and
dick.
Ugly.
Yeah.
And Fran was quite lovely.
I mean, everyone said she was.
Yeah.
And they said she was fun.
Oh, my God. I wish she would have gotten away.
It's a fun lady.
I know. I just wish she would have been able to be free.
Me too.
And what a horrifying death. For an ugly ogre.
Yeah.
And then to tell a story that she hit you with a hammer in your tits. No one believes that.
No.
Because your tits are huge. We probably thought your tits are big enough to withstand a hammer.
No. His fucking plastic bag.
Yeah.
Riches and fortune.
Yeah. Awful.
Suck it,
Poor
John.
Fran. And then to be such an undignified death and be sitting there. Oh, but she got her revenge with him, at least.
I did.
Being in prison and dying and not enjoying his later years.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
It's our book club next week on Tuesday. I have not finished the book. It's hard for me.
Yeah, I know.
This one didn't grasp me like the other ones, but I bet some people really liked it because I've had opposite feelings of others. So we're reading.
Me too. This one, it was like,
what is it called? The Stolen Queen?
Yeah.
The Stolen
I just
Queen?
picked it because it was like on the top of a lot of lists.
Yeah.
But I too struggled.
You did? Okay.
I did. And I like that topic.
Yeah. It is interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll have to try to finish it, but we're going to meet. I will go back on Facebook to make our link for the Zoom meeting. It's on the Tuesday, September 30th. We're going to meet at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will put that link on Zoom. So you have about a week, a little less to read with us.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Make sure you share us with your friends.
Oh, Randy.
And hi, Randy. Share us, give us a review and rating, and join our Patreon if you want. Bye.